Please, Mama. I just need help. I'm about to give birth. Can you take me to the hospital?
You shouldn't have come here. You don't belong in this house or in my son's life.
Why are you saying this? Why are you doing this to me? I need you.
You think I care for what you need? You are a mistake. You and that child, you don't deserve my son.
I was pregnant, weak, and dizzy. I was almost due for delivery. I needed help to go to the hospital, but my mother-in-law refused to take me and insisted I go out on the street myself to the hospital. Unknown to me, she sent thugs to waylay me and kill me and my unborn baby. The first thing they did was to hit me across the jaw till I became so weak and fell to the ground. They pulled out a knife and were about to stab my womb. I almost screamed in fear, and they covered my mouth with a heavy blanket and forced me not make a sound. These goons were tough and dangerous criminals and were quick to violence. They seemed so scary to me, and I was about to give birth. I was screaming in pain as the baby was trying to come out. The pain was unbearable. The goons were stopping me from screaming, but I could not hold it in. I could not stop myself from screaming during child labor. The goons were so infuriated, they picked up their dagger and were almost going to stab me in my pregnancy until 2 police cops arrived and shot down one of them and arrested the others. As I was screaming, a few passengers had heard my voice and alerted the police when they saw the thugs dragging me into a bush. Blood everywhere around my legs. The baby was coming out, and I needed to be strong. However, strength was failing me and slipping off me. The pain was unbearable. My body trembled as another wave of pain ripped through me. I could barely breathe. My vision blurred and my heartbeat pounded violently inside my chest. I could feel my baby pushing, fighting to come into this world, but my strength, my life, felt like it was draining away with every second. The police officers rushed to my side. "Madam, stay with us. Don't close your eyes," one of them shouted as he knelt beside me, panic in his voice. I tried to respond, but only a weak, broken sound escaped my throat. Tears streamed down my face. Tears of pain, fear, betrayal. My own mother-in-law had sent those killers to murder me and my innocent child. Why? What had I done to deserve this? One of the officers removed his jacket and placed it beneath my head. The other spoke urgently into his radio. "We need an ambulance immediately. Pregnant woman, heavy bleeding, possible labor. Send backup." The wind was cold. The sky was spinning. I curled forward, clutching my stomach, crying out as another contraction tore me apart. I don't want to die. Please, help my baby. "Just hold on," the officer pleaded. "Help is coming. You are strong. Stay with me. Look at me." But I could feel it. My body was shutting down. The blood, it wouldn't stop. It pooled beneath me, warm and terrifying. My hands shook uncontrollably. My lips tasted like fear and iron. "Call my husband, please." My world dimmed for a moment. Silence swallowed everything. Then suddenly, a loud voice cut through the darkness. "Ambulance! She's here!" Flashing lights, rushing footsteps, masks, gloves, firm hands lifting me, voices overlapping. "She's dilating. She's already in active labor. Blood pressure dropping. Get her on oxygen, now." I wanted to fight. For my child. For my life. But my eyelids were heavy. Too heavy. As they lifted me onto the stretcher, I caught a glimpse of someone standing far away, half hidden behind a tree. A woman, watching, motionless. My heart froze. It was her, my mother-in-law. Her cold eyes stared at me. No pity, no fear, only anger that I was still alive. Then darkness swallowed me whole. A faint beeping sound pulled me back from the darkness. My body felt heavy, like I had been buried under a mountain. My eyelids fluttered open slowly, and a harsh white light blurred my vision. Where was I? Hospital. The ceiling fan spun lazily above me. My lips were dry, my throat aching. I tried to move, but a sharp pain shot through my stomach. Memories surged back like lightning. The attack, the blood, the police. My baby. My baby. My heart raced. I grabbed weakly at the bedsheets. "Your baby is safe," a soft voice said beside me. I turned my head slowly. A nurse stood there, her expression calm but gentle. She placed a reassuring hand on my shoulder. "You both fought hard. You're lucky to be alive." Tears filled my eyes instantly. My voice trembled. Where is my baby?" "She's in the neonatal unit. She came early and needs support. But she is breathing. She is strong." The nurse gave a small smile, just like her mother. A cry of relief escaped my chest as warm tears streamed down my cheeks. My baby, she survived. But the joy vanished quickly, replaced by a sharp stab of fear. My mother-in-law, she tried to kill us. She sent those men. Did she know we survived? Was my baby safe? "Where is my husband?" I asked, anxiety rising. The nurse hesitated. "He has been here, day and night. He refused to leave your side. I'll go and call him now." But as she turned to leave, 2 police officers walked into the room. Their faces were serious. "Madam, we're glad to see you awake," one said. "We need to ask a few questions about what happened." I nodded slowly. "We arrested 3 suspects at the scene. They confessed they were sent to silence you before you revealed a family secret." My breath caught. My heart pounded harder. "Do you have any idea who might want to kill you?" I closed my eyes as my tears returned, not from fear this time, but from pain too deep to speak. It was... I swallowed. It was my mother-in-law. The room fell silent. The officer glanced at his partner. "I knew it," I whispered shakily. "She hates me. She always has. She said I don't deserve her son. She wanted the baby gone." Just then, the door slammed open. My husband stood there, eyes red, panic on his face. He rushed to my bedside, grabbing my hands. Thank God. Thank God you're awake. I thought I lost you." I stared at him, trembling. I didn't know what to say. I didn't even know if he believed what I was about to say. He cupped my face gently. "I swear," he said, voice cracking. "Whoever did this to you, whoever tried to hurt you and our baby, I will find them. I will make them pay." I looked into his eyes. Now I had to speak. Now I had to tell him. It was your mother. His face went pale. He stared at me as if he didn't hear me clearly. What did you say?" he asked, voice unsteady. I swallowed, my hands shaking in his. "Your mother sent those men to kill me and our baby." For a long moment, he didn't move. He just stared, eyes full of disbelief, confusion, denial battling with reality. Then he slowly let go of my hands and stepped back. "No," he whispered. "No, that's not possible." The pain in my body couldn't compare to the pain in my chest right now. "She told me," I said, voice breaking. "She warned me before. She said I would not give birth in her son's house. She said I was a curse. She tried to poison me once. Your sister saw it. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to destroy your family." He shook his head violently. Stop this." The police officers exchanged glances but stayed silent. I wiped my tears, struggling to breathe. When I went into labor and begged her to help me get to the hospital, she refused. She sent men to finish me. "Please, I saw her. She was there, watching." My mother is many things, but she would never do this. Never. "She did," I cried. "She hates me. You know she hates me." "Enough," he snapped, voice loud enough that the nurse rushed in to check what was happening. He ran his hand over his head, breathing hard, torn between truth and loyalty. One of the officers finally spoke. "Sir, this is now a criminal case. An attempt on your wife's life. The suspect mentioned being hired by a woman. We will investigate this fully. If your mother is innocent, she has nothing to fear. But if she is guilty, she will face the law." His jaw tightened. He turned to leave but paused at the door. Without facing me, he said in a low voice, "If this is true, God help her, because I won't." Then he walked out. My heart shattered. The room suddenly felt cold, empty. The nurse closed the door. I broke down, sobbing into my hands, crying for my baby, my broken heart, my shattered trust. But deep down, I knew this wasn't over. If she was still out there, she would come again. And next time, she would not fail. Days passed in the hospital. My body slowly healed, but my heart was still at war. I hadn't seen my husband since that day. He stayed away, torn between me and the woman who gave him life. I finally gained enough strength to sit up and had only one request left. I want to see my baby. The nurse wheeled me into the neonatal unit. My heart trembled the moment I saw her. My tiny daughter, wrapped in a pink blanket, fighting like a warrior. So small, yet so strong. Tears filled my eyes as I reached into the incubator and touched her tiny fingers. "We'll protect you," I whispered. "With my last breath, I swear." But as I held her hand, I felt a strange chill. Something wasn't right. The door behind me opened, and I froze. My mother-in-law stepped into the room. She was dressed neatly, calmly, as if she had simply come to visit a recovering patient. But her eyes, those cold, unforgiving eyes, held nothing but hatred. "So," she said slowly, "you're still alive." My chest tightened with fear, but I didn't move. I didn't show weakness this time. "You tried to kill me," I said, voice steady. "But you failed." She didn't deny it. "You destroyed my son's life. You trapped him with this child. You are nothing. And I will erase you." She moved toward the incubator, but I stood up instantly, blocking her path. "Don't come near my child," I warned. She gave a twisted smile. "You? Stop me? You're weak. A mistake. Do you think I will let this bastard enter my family's bloodline?" My blood boiled. Suddenly, the door burst open. My husband stood there, with police officers behind him. He looked shattered, but determined. "Mother," he said quietly, pain burning in his eyes. "It's over." She froze, shocked. He stepped closer, I didn't want to believe it. His voice broke. But they found one of the hired men. He confessed everything, including your voice notes, your payment transfers, and your plan to flee the country. Her face twisted with rage. You ungrateful son! You choose her over me? No, he said firmly. I choose what is right over evil. She screamed as the officers stepped forward. You will regret this. Both of you, you will pay. She fought, cursed, and struggled, but they took her away. Her screams faded down the hallway. Silence fell. My husband turned to me, eyes full of regret and shame. I'm sorry, he whispered. I failed you. I didn't protect you when I should have. A tear escaped my eye. For the first time, I truly saw his heart. He knelt beside me and touched our baby's incubator gently. No one, he vowed, voice shaking, will ever hurt my family again. I reached for his hand and he held on tightly, as if he would never let go again. For the first time since the nightmare began, I felt safe. I looked at my daughter, my miracle, born through blood, survival, and fire, and I knew this was the beginning of a new life. Not perfect, not easy, but ours.